In a moment that has left WWE fans completely stunned, Jon Moxley, one of the most unpredictable and rebellious superstars in wrestling today, has officially aligned himself with the OG Bloodline. That's right, the former AEW World Champion, who's known for his chaotic and unfiltered style, has thrown his hat into the ring and is now part of Roman Reigns' dominant faction. But how did this happen? Why would someone as independent and anti-establishment as Moxley decide to join forces with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline? Let's break down this jaw-dropping development and what it means for the future of WWE. Could this be the most game-changing move in the company's recent history? Or is this just the beginning of even more chaos? Why would Jon Moxley join the Bloodline? This is a question that many fans are asking themselves. Jon Moxley, the man who famously walked away from WWE in 2019 and helped define AEW's early days, is no stranger to doing things his own way. He built a reputation as a loner, a wild card who would go to any lengths to ensure victory. But on this past episode of WWE Raw, something changed. Moxley made a surprise appearance, not just as an outsider, but as someone who has now decided to join forces with Roman Reigns and the powerful OG Bloodline. But why? What could motivate Moxley, who's always been a lone wolf, to align himself with Roman and his family? Perhaps Moxley sees something in the Bloodline that he's been missing: power, influence, and the chance to control his destiny in ways he hasn't been able to before. Joining forces with the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, could provide Moxley with an opportunity to become a dominant force in WWE, in ways that his previous rivalries and independent runs never allowed. But there's another theory. Moxley has always had a deep respect for toughness and a willingness to fight for everything. Could he be seeking a more unified cause, one where his wild, unpredictable nature could mesh with the calculated power of the Bloodline? This is a huge shift, and WWE fans are left wondering, what will this partnership look like moving forward? What does this mean for Roman Reigns and the Bloodline? The OG Bloodline has always been about family and loyalty. Roman Reigns, as the undisputed leader, has maintained control over his faction with an iron fist. But now, with Jon Moxley in the fold, things are about to get a whole lot more unpredictable. Moxley's reckless energy could either fuel the Bloodline's dominance or threaten to tear it apart. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, has never been one to share the spotlight, but could Moxley's inclusion bring a new level of danger and unpredictability that Roman could use to his advantage? Or could this be a challenge to Roman's leadership, especially when Moxley's rebellious nature is taken into account? The Bloodline just got bigger. What's next? The big question now is, what's next for the Bloodline? With Moxley joining forces with Roman, Jimmy, and Jey Uso, the dynamic of the group has completely changed. Will Moxley be able to fit in with the family, or is his unpredictable nature a liability that could tear them apart? And what does this mean for the rest of the WWE roster? Will other superstars align themselves with the Bloodline, or will Moxley's inclusion spark even more rivalry and chaos? Could this be the start of something bigger? One thing's for sure, WWE Raw will never be the same again. Jon Moxley's surprise decision to join Roman Reigns and the Bloodline is a seismic shift in the wrestling landscape. The question on every fan's mind is, what happens next? Can Roman Reigns continue to dominate with Moxley?